Sharkie Gamer here. So today in this video we'll be taking a look at the Tron gaming mouse and mat designed by Razer. So this is based off the Tron Legacy movie made by Disney. As you can see, it's got the kind of Tron theme going on. So this is the front of the box. It shows the mouse mat as well as the mouse. There's the Razer logo as well as the title. On the sides it doesn't have anything. Top it has some writing which I'll read in a second. Bottom just the standard barcodes and stuff like that. So on the top here, it also advertises the keyboard, which I will have a video up very shortly with the keyboard review as well. It shows your technical specifications, which is the same on the back, which I'll read in a second. And over this side, it says Tron, light the game grid. Besides enjoying the light effects triggered by your in-game actions on the interactive Tron gaming mouse designed by Razer, you will experience a tracking glow trail as you swipe your mouse across a smooth, hard surface of the Tron gaming mouse mat, designed by Razer. The gaming mouse and hard mat form definite suit to immerse deeply into the digital world of Tron. The gaming mouse mat is a perfect peripheral to complement your gaming mouse. It is made for the high sensitivity gaming mouse and offers the highest tracking precision. That's what it says there. On the back of the box, shows you another nice image of the mouse and mat. It says at the top here, rated 7-foot USB cable, 7 hyper-responsive buttons, ambidextrous design, 5600 DPI 3.5G laser sensor, unique Tron light and sound features, hard mouse mat with bioluminescence tracking glow trail. At the top here, it says unique Tron light and sound features. See and hear the Tron gaming mouse res to life with the unique light and sound effects straight from the movie. Let the mouse react to your actions on the game grid with authentic light alerts. Ambidextrous design. Designed to be equally comfortable for both right and left-handed use, this gaming mouse is your perfectly balanced light cycle hurtling through the game grid. Hard mouse mat with tracking glow trail. Create a Tron blue glow trail behind your Tron gaming mouse with every swipe you make across the mat. It's got some of the languages down there. Let's go ahead and open up the box now and show you what's inside. So first though, you get a slip that pulls off. Again, Razer's gone right ahead with their packaging to make it look really nice. This is actually made of got little polygons to match the Tron theme. It's got the Tron logo down there, so it's quite a cool looking box. See, it's got like the res effect down there. So you open up the lid, and the first thing you're greeted with is a Perspex piece here that has the Tron Legacy logo on it, as well as the Disney logo and the Razer logo right there. So it's pretty posh. Next thing you see is the mouse mat. So this is another, basically you can obviously see the Tron theme. It's got the cool kind of blue lines, and it's also made of like tiny little polygons. You can see that. Little polygons there. So it looks pretty cool. There's a Razer logo down there as well. In the back of it, it has this kind of rubbery surface. It's got the Tron logo again. And it's got feet as well. So it's got a really nice non-slip surface there that'll keep it from slipping on your desk. And it's a hard one as well, so it's not soft at all. It's really solid. So really nice. I'll get more into that in a second. The next thing in the box, you get this little black envelope here, and this has got sort of a bit of the documentation, which we'll take a quick look at. So a couple of things: light trail position, bit of advertising there. Start with this one. Got another little advertising piece. Quick start guide. So this just basically shows connecting to your computer, what buttons there are. Basically just the bare essentials to it. Nothing really exciting. And this is the master guide. So has a cool image there of the light cycle. And this goes into more of the mouse's features, how to connect it. Shows a bit of the software, as you can see there. And the software is pretty cool, as you can see there, because you can assign profiles and set actually customize all the buttons. So that's what the software is, and you can get that from the Razer website. So it's pretty cool, and I'll get more into that in a second. It shows here you can adjust the sensitivity as well. And that's your profiles there, which you can assign multiple profiles. You can assign up to 45 profiles and load whatever one you want at that particular time. Just more. That's the lighting tab where you turn the lighting on and off for what you want. And then it goes into just more of the general kind of mouse features, adjusting DPI on the fly, just little things like that. More of the technical stuff. And of course it advertises the keyboard as well, which, like I said, I'll have a review of the keyboard up very soon. So that's the documentation part of it. So the next is the mouse. So I'll pop this out of this packaging, which it can be a bit of a pain to get out of here actually, because it's got a little tab there. Okay, so this is the mouse. So first off, you'll notice it's got a nice kind of braided cable, so it's pretty strong, which is always nice in mice or keyboards. It's got a cool looking plug, and it's got the Razer logo on the end of it too. And this is the mouse. So as you can see, it's really Tron themed. It's supposed to look like a light cycle. So you can straight away see that in the actual scroll wheel, which is on top here. You can see it looks more like a wheel from a light cycle. It's got the cool res little streaks down there. On each side it's got 2 buttons, so you've got 2 there, and you've got 2 the other side. The idea behind that is that you can hold it basically either with your right hand or your left hand, so ambidextrous. So whatever hand you prefer to game with, holding your mouse, you can do it. On the bottom, you've got those cool slidey feet, so it glides across the pad. You've got your sensor, and you've got some other lights here, which I'll get to in a second. And of course you've got the Tron logo there and details. Alright, so overall it looks really cool. First off, probably the one down point, just look, is that it has that kind of, how would you say, glossy kind of finish. So it is kind of fingerprint prone. But if you're in the middle of a game, you're not really going to care if you leave fingerprints on the top of the mouse. But a nice thing about it is that it's easy to clean. Some of the mice that have rubber grips on the top of them, or that kind of soft, kind of satiny felt kind of material that's really soft to touch, some of those can be really hard to clean. So because it's shiny, it is really easy to clean, but it is really easy to get dirty with fingerprints and such. So it sort of goes both ways. That's the front of the mouse. Side, back, and the other side. So one of the best things about this mouse, of course, that it actually glows. So I'm just going to go ahead and actually plug it in, so I can actually show you what it looks like when it's actually plugged in and glowing. It also makes a res startup sound. So when you initially plug it in, or you turn your computer on, with it plugged in, it'll actually make a startup sound. So let's go ahead and plug this in. I'll show you as it's doing it as well. Give it 2 seconds. So as you saw that, it made the res sound and it lit up. So you got scroll wheel lighting here. You've got this cool side res lighting over the sides here. So it's pretty bright too, if you can see. And now there's a special thing about this mouse, other than your standard light up sound, as well as the actual lights, is that it leaves a glow trail behind when it's on the mouse mat. This mouse mat has special things in it here that actually can absorb light, and the light it absorbs is ultraviolet light. So basically, on the bottom here, remember I said that this thing had a purpose? That is actually an ultraviolet sensor there, an ultraviolet light, should I say. Basically what that does, when you have your hand over the sensor, it'll actually turn that light on, and that'll allow you to actually do it, which I don't think we can see it here. I don't think it's going to show. No, it's not going to glow for me at the moment. Probably because I have already a mouse plugged into this computer, but basically that light will light up and that light leaves a trail on the actual surface here. So basically you'd have it on there. It would actually pick up the proximity of being on a surface, and it would leave a trail glow behind. Now, I have not been able to capture that on camera, unfortunately. That's one thing I haven't been able to try. My camera just does not pick it up whatsoever. But the idea is that in the dark, when you're gaming in the dark or something, and you're doing it as you move the mouse, it's going to leave a light glowing trail behind. Now, what I find with mine, like even I turn all my lights off, everything, just the light of the monitor shining on it, it was still pretty faint. It did leave a trail, but I don't know, I was kind of disappointed about how much of a trail it actually left. I was hoping it'd be a lot more thicker trail that it left, but it's really a light, very faint kind of light trail leaves. But it's pretty cool anyway. I mean, it's a cool little gimmick that they've added to it, and it really kind of matches the Tron theme, because this is meant to sort of look like a light cycle. So it's meant to sort of be like in the movie how the light cycles leave that light trail behind them, and that's what it's meant to look like. So meant to leave a light trail, but I was hoping it'd be a lot thicker and a lot more visible when you actually did, like even if you were gaming with some like one light on something. But it's not really. I mean, when you sit your mouse for a little while, you can see little points come up. But overall, yeah, kind of disappointed with the trail. But it's still quite a cool feature. So how does the mouse perform? Well, it's quite a good mouse, as you would expect with 5600 DPI. It was a 3.5G laser sensor. I've tried in a couple of games. It performed really well, really smooth, especially on this mat. This mat, it glides really smoothly. If I just hold the cable out of the way here, you can see how smooth that glides across that mat. It is really, really cool. So really kind of smooth kind of glide on that mat. Really cool in games, really reactive to what you want to do, even in shooters, any kind of game you want to use. Probably the biggest thing in using it is that sometimes I found I accidentally clicked these buttons, because they are pretty wide, those buttons. So they're not like a normal mouse, they're pretty small. These ones are really quite big. Either side of it, sometimes I accidentally did click them. So that is one downside that I did find. But other than that, I mean, really the mouse performed really well. I mean, even the scroll wheel, it worked pretty well, swapping weapons or whatever like that. And of course, you can assign these buttons to actually do something. So like by default, it's forward and back. And on the other side, this is adjusting your basically DPI on the fly. So you can go up or down in your DPI, and a little thing comes up on the screen, little bar, and it'll go up and down saying what DPI you've got it set as. So it's really cool because you can just sit there, you can adjust it in the game quickly, and then go about straight away, go back to using it. And because you're not really going to be using these, because they're not easy to touch while you're actually using it, so you know that's why they leave it open to let you decide basically. But yeah, so it performed really well, a really good sensor. The grip was alright. I mean, you just have to get used to not pressing those buttons accidentally. It's a fairly light mouse. It's not too heavy. It's fairly comfortable to use. It glides, like I said, it glides really nicely. I was quite impressed how much it glides and how well it works on this mat, because this mat is really good quality as well. So even with another mouse with DPI, it'll work pretty well with this mat. So overall, I really like this mouse. I actually played all the way through Tron Evolution because I wanted to play the Tron game with the Tron mouse and keyboard, and I have to admit it was pretty cool playing the themed products with the actual Tron game, which, yeah, I quite like that. But like I said, I tried with other games too, and I was quite impressed with it. It's well worth it for a gaming mouse, but it comes down to, especially because it is Tron themed, it is really aimed at Tron collectors or Tron fans. I mean, at the price it is at the moment, even the second-hand ones, it's still quite expensive. So a lot of people, I don't know, there's probably a lot more better Razer masks out there if you really want, you know, a high-end gaming mouse from Razer. So, you know, if you have the extra money, probably look at one of the more expensive Razer masks, because Razer do have a great range. But if you are a Tron fan, you're looking for something different, then by all means get this one. And you can buy it for just the mouse on its own, or you can get the mouse and the mouse mat bundle. The mouse and mouse mat bundle is a bit more expensive, but it's well worth it in my opinion, because you do get the cool mat with it, which is really, it's a really high precision gaming mouse mat. So really good, and you can also reuse it for like other mice as well. They perform equally as good, sometimes even better than, say, a standard mouse mat with those. Yeah, absolutely pretty decent mouse mat. So if you are going to go for it, I would recommend going for the mouse and mouse mat bundle. But like I say, even at the second-hand ones at the moment are quite expensive. So unless you really want a Tron-themed mouse, or you're not really a Tron fan, it's probably not going to be for you. Like I say, it is a bit gimmicky, and of course, it doesn't have as many buttons as some masks do to program. But it is nice that they add the feature to program. And of course, the software is really easy to use. You can turn the lights on or off when you please. So really configurable to what you want. And like I said, you can assign profiles for different games. So you want this to do something, you want this to do something. Same with the other two buttons on the other side. So you can adjust to what you want it to do and save the profile. And you can have up to 45 profiles saved in the software at one time. So it's pretty cool. It works pretty damn well. And yeah, I'm actually quite impressed with it. But yeah, that's about all I can say about it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll have heaps more videos of controls and accessories. And my next video will, of course, be the Tron gaming keyboard. So it'll be the actual keyboard by Razer. So keep an eye out for that if you're interested in the keyboard as well. Yeah, and that's about it. Leave a comment if you like. Hit that like button if you like this video. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.